Kyrie Irving and Michael Jordan are the only guards. Yeah, you laughing. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm waiting. I was waiting for this. Kyrie Irving and Michael Jordan are the only guards in NBA history with multiple games of 50 points on 75% shooting from the field. 15 out of 19, 9 out of 12 from 3, 11 out of 13 from the line last night. Yesterday, Michael, you called Kyrie Irving, or 2 days ago, I don't remember when it was, you called Kyrie Irving an a-hole after his game in Boston.
He was a different kind of a-hole last night.
He was a different kind of a-hole last night. Go ahead, you laughing. You got a smirk on your face.
I'm laughing.
What you gonna say?
The only reason I'm laughing is because actually I thought it was a funny joke from Kevin Durant. He said at 5'10", 5'11", what he's able to do. So I just like the little shade from Durant. You know, we know Kyrie listed at 6'3", I believe. And let's say he's not 6'3", he's at least 6. He ain't 5'10", 5'11". But great performance from Kyrie. I just wonder, after you see this, and you mentioned those numbers, how he and Jordan are in a very small class, and what we know about Durant. I just wonder if you just want to think more about that statement about Embiid and Harden, because when this thing is right, it's scary. That's why I said to did I say to Ashley Nicole Moss? I said the rest of the league is just really nervous about Brooklyn. I check it every day. I check the Brooklyn standings every day because honestly, I'm not there yet. I'm not so cleaning up my act that I suddenly want Brooklyn to win. I don't want them to win. So I desperately want them to be in the play.
But you're fascinated.
They're scary.
Yeah. You're fascinated. You don't want to
scare me.
You do not. They should scare everybody.
They
should scare everybody. You do not want to see those.
And so based on my math, I'm not great at math. I think they're 5.5. Are they 5.5 out of the 6th spot? Put up the Eastern Conference standings again.
Out of the 6th spot, they are 5. Yes, yeah. They're 5.5. That is correct.
Is it 5.5
out of the 6th spot? So 5.5 out of the 6th spot, and they are
with 16 to go.
4.5. Yeah.
With 16 games
and
left.
They're right. Okay. Yep.
So
and they're 4 games. They have 4 wins better than Washington and 1 loss worse than Washington. That's 2.5 games, right? Yeah, 2.5 games.
Yeah.
Ahead of Washington.
I don't see any scenario where they don't make the play. They're gonna make the play.
Yeah, they're safe. They should be safe in the play-in.
Yeah, I'm thinking the other way, because if they make it, Cleveland, watch out. Okay, everybody else, Cleveland, Boston, because this sounds ridiculous, Mike. I wouldn't put it past them if they hit things right. Do you think
see a conference finals run? You see a conference finals run?
I'm talking about the rest of the regular. Could you see them winning 12 of their last 16? I could. 13 of their final 16? I could. So with Durant, yes, I can.
Well, I mean, but but let's not. But listen, it was a great performance last night, and obviously that's all we could react to. And that's, like I said, this headline from the Post. That's why I was like, when did we get to a point where you had to have 3 superstars? Like, I know, there's a bunch of big threes, but usually 2 superstars is enough to put you in championship contention. So that's why everybody's so fascinated about what they could be if they get a Simmons and if they integrate him into the rest of the team. All I know is it was just Sunday when cameras caught Kevin Durant shaking his head and Jason Tatum was lighting him up. So, that win last night against the Hornets ended a 4-game losing streak. So I'm not expecting the Nets to run the table or to start stacking wins the rest of the season, given their inconsistency in general, the fact that they still don't have Kyrie but at half the time, and their defensive issues. But once they get to the playoffs, I'm with you, is that you ain't trying to see those 2 dudes who either of which on any given night can go nuclear. And once they get to the playoffs and it's like 1st to 4, that's a problem.
All right. You can't ask Kyrie Irving this question for obvious reasons. You can't ask him because who knows what he's not going to give you a real answer. He won't give you a real answer. But I'm going to ask you, just as an observer, a basketball observer, not a Nets fan, but a fan of the game, do you think that there will be any regret that this season, if they wind up in the play-in and they lose in the play-in round for some reason, they don't get out of the play-in round, do you think there'll be any regret about what could have been? Because forget about Harden. Harden's gone.
On the part of Kyrie?
Yeah. If they don't get out of the first round, which is possible if they match up with Miami or Philly, or if they don't get out of the play-in tournament, knowing what they could have been. See, that's the one thing.
He's not playing at home. Mike, you answered your own question. If Kyrie were going to regret it,
he won't say it. He won't say it.
If he were going to regret it, he'd have got the shot. Like, there's no reason to regret it. Like, there was an opportunity to avoid this conversation altogether. Like, this possibility has existed all along, that his part-time status could compromise them. It may have already cost him.
We didn't think it would get this. We didn't think it.
No,
it would
we
take
didn't because we're wired differently.
Play-in round.
No,
I'm talking about
we're
the play-in
different
round.
because we're.
Durant out. Was it 21 games?
Yeah,
it was like 5 and 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't see that one coming. I thought. And we didn't see the trade.
I feel like they're like 6 and 11 when Kyrie plays or something. Yeah, no, I mean, we didn't think they would struggle this much to stay above water. But he's not going to regret it.
How I feel about the Brooklyn Nets. But even I never envisioned that at the beginning, the first week of March, roughly, that we'd be talking about the Brooklyn Nets at 500 and trying to get out of the play-in punishment. I didn't see that.
The betting favorite in the Eastern Conference, none of us anticipated that. Hey, there's one more headline. We'll save it for tomorrow. I'm just going to throw it out on the way out, bring the show full circle, because this is where we started the show. We'll end it here, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. According to The Athletic, Zach Kiefer, the Colts were frustrated with Carson Wentz's, quote, lack of leadership, resistance to hard coaching, and reckless style of play. Some members of the organization, quote unquote, were finished with him even before Indianapolis ended the regular season with consecutive losses and missed the playoffs. So I was just saying earlier that people think he's a nice guy. Other people think he lacks intangibles.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.